Konnichiwa! And welcome to another Malcat Gin review. Tonight we are reviewing a Japanese gin, if you hadn't already guessed it. Tonight's gin is Kino Tea from the Kyoto distillery. It's not one of the traditional Japanese distilleries, so we've reviewed a couple of other Japanese gins which have been made by the big sort of traditional Japanese whiskey distillers who've expanded into gin. This is not one of those. Kyoto distillery was founded by three people. I'm going to check my notes to get the pronunciation right. Put my glasses on, sorry. Noriko Kakuda Kroll, David Kroll, and Marcin Miller. Noriko and David in the 90s were running a business importing Scottish malts, specifically smaller malts, into Japan and trying to expand the Japanese market. In this capacity they met Marcin Miller. Marcin was the editor and publisher of the Whiskey magazine. So the three of them got together and produced a Japanese language version of this. And then in 2005 they started their own company exporting Japanese whiskies. And in 2014 they started the Kyoto distillery. Now, it took them a couple of years to come up with a winning recipe, and in 2016 they started producing and selling Kino B gin, which has done really well, and now they've gone on and they've created this Kino Tea.
Kino Tea has juniper, orris, akumatu, which is a red pine, yuzu,
Yep.
and lemon. So it should be quite citrus forward, and it also has, hence the name, Kyo tea. It has tencha and gyokuro tea, which lends itself to the name
Kino Tea.
Kino Tea, yeah. Interesting is the Kino B, is that bee like a buzzing bee? Is it honey? Is
B-I.
it B-I? Okay.
So probably a Japanese word for something. Probably no reference to Obi-Wan.
Yeah, some of the notes that I've read about this say that it's not all that juniper forward, but obviously quite citrusy, and also has sort of flavours of white chocolate. So I guess we'll see. None of those things sound very chocolatey to me.
Interesting though, because with the akamatsu being a red pine, I would have thought it would accentuate and expand on the juniper.
Well, let's not guess too much longer. Let's
just a note on the tea though. The tea came from the Hori Shichimian tea makers and blenders. Very old. Well, it's been around for a while. Founded in 1876 and based in the Uji region south of Kyoto. So.
Keeping their carbon footprint as low as possible.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. So the other thing is that this is 45.1% ABV, and it also came in a cardboard box, which is a nice box. But the thing with a lot of Japanese products, especially if they're high end, they're all about presentation. So we know for a fact that there was another one that we did. I think it was Kozu gin. And that had originally been imported in some sort of
cardboard
tubes.
Yeah, like a whiskey bottle.
Yeah, and the importer had a chat. Well, a person who knows a lot of importers had a chat with the company and said, "Don't put it in a box. You're gonna.
It's gonna increase the cost.
Yeah, just keep it down because of obviously exchange rates and everything. But it's nice to go to that extra effort. That makes something special.
Yeah.
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 It was an upwards inflection. It makes things special. Okay. Downwards inflection, not a question.
Okay, that's quite interesting. Well, despite all the notes that we've taken and everything we've read, I'm getting quite strong berry flavours on the nose. So what this smells like to me is the same smell I get from Pohudikawa. Having experimented with making a Pohudikawa gin, which was quite interesting and delicious, in case you're interested.
And you only need a tiny bit of Pohudikawa as well, because the flavour is so strong.
But really subtle juniper notes other than that. That's really interesting. It's very smooth up front. I can see where you'd get the white chocolate.
See, I'm getting pine. I'm getting a lot of pine in that.
So I'm getting smooth up front. I can see how you describe that as a white chocolate flavour, citrus through the middle, and then I get the juniper and the pine on the tail, and that's the aftertaste I get. So it's quite pleasant, actually. Yeah,
you're bang on that description, yeah. Yeah. I wasn't sure that we would agree on that, given that I could smell different things, but I'm worried that I'm wearing quite a strong perfume myself, and whether that's sort of tainting around the air. I'm very wearing quite a floral.
Okay.
Yeah. And the pine is, quite, well, at the back end, quite peppery.
Yeah. Should we try it as a G&T?
Yeah. Let's do it. Cheers.
Cheers. Considering there's only a few botanicals in it, it's actually quite a complex flavour. You know, you don't have to be a fan of tea to be a fan of this, I don't think. It's quite a smooth flavour, and those characteristics that I tried, that I got with the straight gin, I'm still getting through the G&T. So again, it's smooth up front, citrusy in the middle, and piney at the tail end.
Yeah,
really, really nice.
Yeah, as with all our gins, when we do them that way, it's sort of toned back all those flavours, not getting a strong peppery at the end. I don't notice the white chocolate sort of so much anymore. I don't get tea.
I think Japanese tea is quite a subtle flavour, isn't it?
I thought it was meant to be more like a matcha green tea kind of a flavour, but no, I don't get it. I mean, I get tea, but I don't taste it in there.
Gin and tea obviously go quite well together. We've
gunpowder gin is actually a tea-based gin.
And I've tried one with Earl Grey in it. You get the bergamot coming through. Really, really nice flavours. That's it's interesting. It's quite complex, but easy to drink. Really nice. And quite a nice lingering tangy aftertaste as well. Sort of the combination of the citrus and the pine.
Whenever you say linger, I think, did you have to let it linger? Or the other way?
Yeah, no. I was thinking that. That's really good. Wow, you could go through a bottle of that really quickly, I think, because that's really easy to drink.
And we've held on to this one for a bit. This was actually a parting present from a team we used to work with. So thank you very much to those people.
Yeah, thanks, Steve. I'm sure it was probably you who picked this up.
And because we knew we wanted to review it, we've not actually touched it. So it's quite a nice surprise.
But now that we have reviewed it, we'll probably go into it, I think.
Yeah.
So, note to our friends, if you want to try it, you better come around quick, because it's not going to last long. Gin is the winners.